but we've all showed them how it's a brotherhood here. So acclimating here into this team is just really becoming acquainted with the people around you and understanding how good of people that you have around you and how much support you have around you. So I've helped just letting them know that, it's a brotherhood here, to trust, have that instant ability to be able to trust and have faith in the people around you. It's hard to do that, especially coming from just not been around the situation at all before. So.
What have Frantic and Caliendo added to this room?
Oh, they've added a lot of good energy in the room. Definitely their skills. They wrestle at such a high level that it helps build the room around us too.
Did you know Caliendo from high school?
Yeah. He was in the Izzy Style club, so I knew him before. We actually spoke about it. That's one of the first conversations we had when he came on campus, was about when I went from Stanford at the time. I went back to Chicago and trained, and he was still there at the Izzy Style club, and we trained together. So we laughed about that.
What's this off-season been like for you now that it isn't such a transition that it was 12 months ago? What do you focus on instead?
Yeah, the off season is way more smooth. I know my coaches, I know my teammates, I know my training environment. It's just everything's been so much more consistent than last year. It was a big learning process last summer. So, and even during the year, So this summer has been really smooth.
Think back to last year. You had that big moment in the Iowa State duel. If Carver didn't love you then, they did at that moment. So now you're coming back for a second year. I mean, what's it like, wrestling in that?
Yeah, I'd say it countless times. I love it. It's bigger than even the NCAA tournament field. You've got all the fans and the support, and you just feel it, and it fires me up. I'm excited. I'm still excited.
There's been some uncertainty with the team leading up. How has the group as a whole really kind of handled, some of the uncertainty that surrounds the beginning of the season?
Just really having a positive perspective on the whole thing and understanding that it is what it is at the end of the day, but you have to take the next step forward and keep moving on and keep pushing to where we want to be, and that's at the top. Yeah.
Is there anything personally that you focused on or looked to kind of evolve as a wrestler from last March?
Just that main point of consistency. I think that out of anything outside of something technical with my wrestling, the consistency is what I've looked to make a point of. Yeah. I had a couple injuries more than a couple injuries last year that put a stop in the road, but looking for some consistency.
Are you the type that turns the page once a match is over, or did last March, did that stick with you a lot throughout the summer and fall, or how have you approached that?
Yeah, I'm very much the type to turn the page, but something is the national championship shortcoming. It weighs on you, So I definitely took my time and to get over that and move past that. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that I'm that kind of person that can turn the page, because as much as it does hurt, it also fires me up, So it's just pushing me forward and pushing me, and I think that it's going to make me a better wrestler than even if I had won, So. How so? Because it puts a fire in me that I wouldn't have had otherwise,
What did you learn from that match? Did you take with you?
Oh, I learned that you have to have all of your I's dotted and your T's crossed in terms of the little things, and that match will tell you about the little things in such a small time frame, and it translates to your training, it translates to your lifestyle, that match can tell you a lot, and it told me a lot, and it taught me a lot about everything else in my life.
Have you seen that growth from yourself on the mat already?
Yes. I have, and I continue to see it every day, and I continue to force it out of myself. You know?
Are the coaches sort of seeing it in you too, and noticing it and all that? Yeah.
You have to ask them.
They're not giving you like positive reinforcement or anything like that, or is
no,
it?
for sure.